Ladies and gentlemen, this is our introductory class of English language. English language means English grammar, vocabulary, composition, speaking, writing, listening, reading. This is the world of English language. So we are not going to learn just English language, but we are opening doors for our success, for our traveling, and for our happiness experiences. And we go to those parts of our life which we can't go without English language. So I hope I am visible and audible. Name of the group is English Like Your Mother Tongue. I would request you to please write this comment. English like my mother tongue. No emoticons, writing, words, sentences please. This is class. Class means master class. Class means writing. Class means writing. No emojis. So we have to keep in mind that English language, that is opening doors for our success everywhere. How and why? When we say English like your mother tongue, this is the formula. What is the formula? English like my mother tongue. English like my mother tongue. It's a revolutionary sentence. Revolutionary. Now, English like my mother tongue. It's not my mother tongue, but it can be like my mother tongue. So when we have full command on English like my mother tongue, so it means, can anybody confirm whether I'm live in English like my mother tongue group? Can somebody confirm it? Am I live in the group? Name of the group is English like my mother tongue. Can you write it please? English like my mother tongue. Is it name of the group? Okay, thank you. So it's a revolutionary sentence. English like my mother tongue. English like my mother tongue. Why I am repeating? Because repetition is one way in the structural method to learn English language. Structural method, ideolingual structural method. Can you write these words? Ideolingual structural method. Repetition. Repeat. Ideolingual structural method. Now, ideo, listen, lingual, language, structural, structures, repetition, repeat. So English like my mother tongue. English like my mother tongue. English like my mother tongue. Take this to your unconscious. Repeat. Ideolingual structural method. Repetition. Then your mind accepts it. Yes, it is reality. Ideolingual structural method. English like my mother tongue. English like my mother tongue. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Then your mind accepts it. So in our English language classes, we will apply ideolingual structural method so that we repeat, 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 and then we understand it, we take it as a reality, we accept it, and then we act upon that. Now the next point is very crucial. Can you write the word crucial? The next word is crucial, and that is why makes the how easier. This is very important again. We have to repeat it. Ideolingual structural method. English like my mother tongue. So we go to another crucial thing, and that is why makes how easier. Can you write it? Please use the comment box as a whiteboard. My next point is that why makes how easier. Why English language? When you know why, then how will be easier. Please write it. Why makes how easier. And now the question comes that why you are going to learn English language. It is my mission of my life. I want to promote English language. Promote English language. Because English language, that is gateway to knowledge, science, telecommunication, world traveling, globalization, international business, philosophy, psychology, everything. English language is today's strongest language. And I want to promote English language. Once you understand English language, you write English language, you speak English language, you listen to English language, you read English language, automatically you get knowledge. Automatically. English language has a spark. When you have this spark, you can ignite it, and then you can become a great person. So I want to share my why, because English language means that you are a highly educated person, you are enlightened, you understand the basics, because having access to English language gives you tremendous power, energy, force. Your personality changes. It doesn't mean that English language is, we are the slaves of English people, or British people, or American people. I am interested in the language, English language itself. It is the gateway, it is the door to knowledge, success, traveling, globalization, international trade, computer science, philosophy. Once you have command on this language, automatically you flow. You will find some lazy people. No. Why English language? Why not our own languages? Why not national language? Why not our mother tongue? Yes, why not? But English language like my mother tongue, not my mother tongue. So now the ball is in your court. Let's know why you people are interested in English language. Why makes the how easier. So I give you a few minutes. I will be reading your comments. Let us start from this question, because it is participation. Student-centered approach. Student must be more active than the teacher. That is our ideolingual structural method. So you tell me now, repeat, why English language? Once you understand the why, how will become easier. Then you will be ready for any sacrifice. So everybody please tell me in broken English, no problem, because I will be using also direct method. Only English, no GTM, grammar translation method, just English. So we listen to English, pure English, and that's why we strengthen our comprehension and we understand. You may not understand every word that I'm speaking, but you are listening, your ears are receiving some waves, so those waves are important. So you tell me now please, why English? Why? Can you give me some convincing reasons why you will dedicate your time and energy to English language? What's the reason? Why? Once you understand the why, how will be automatically there. Why you? What is your learning objective? Your learning objective. You. Opportunity language. What opportunities? Identify. Right. Broken English. Incorrect English. No problem. At least you know few words, few spellings, few sentences. Don't tell me this story that international language, this and that. No. Why you? Gateway to success. What success? Define things according to your learning objective. I want to open my gateway of success. Maha Arai. Define your gateway. Define your success. Any examination, any traveling, business, international trade, imports, exports, balance of trade, stock exchange. Why? Don't talk generally. Apply your why personally, individually on everybody. Imperative is CSS. Okay, now Faisal Raj Khan. This is the first comment. CSS, elite job department. These are very clear thoughts. Very clear thoughts. I like it. Critical thinking means clear thinking. Why English? CSS, elite job department. Very good. Excellent. No abstractions, no theorizing. Correct, to the point. Forgettable modern era. Tell me, what are you, why are you going to learn it? So Ramsha Khan says, my ultimate goal of life, it should not be the ultimate goal. There may be other things more important than English language. Ultimate goal, if you are like me, crazy person, so maybe, because I love English language, and this is the mission of my life, to promote English language. If you are at that stage, Ramsha Khan, so okay. Otherwise, concretize, limited, concrete, definite, clear answer to the question, why English language? So Neelam Akbar says that I want to learn English because I want to clear the competitive exam. Secondly, I'm also aware that there is room for improvement, personal grooming. Yeah. So these are some clear thoughts. Exactly. You know exactly why CSS is there, competitive exams are there, improvement. Okay. So Khwaja Walid says to be more professional in order to clear my CSS with flying colors. CSS. English language is widely accepted. Forget about accepted word, these things. No. Clear answer. Why you want. Education purpose. What education purpose? You can get education in your own language. Why English? Particular, clear, correct, definite answer. Personal satisfaction, recognition, and job opportunities. Personal satisfaction, exactly. When you speak English, when you are just able to communicate properly in English language, and you have the command on accent, pronunciation, spellings, grammar, vocabulary, and you can talk fluently, and you can just tell the people that, look, I have full command on English language, so that gives you naturally your satisfaction, and then you are self-actualized. Exactly, because speaking English, writing English, it is not everybody's job. It's a complicated language, and for that you have to give full attention to your details of grammar, vocabulary, and other details, and for that, this is really, it gives you satisfaction. Now, the way I'm speaking English fluently and I'm speaking English correctly, it gives me satisfaction that I have command on the language. Exactly. That is one of the clear answer. Because without English, we can't even understand ding, approach, anything nowadays. We forget about we, Amir Kakad, we, they, world. You, why you want to learn English language? What is your reason? Don't generalize things. Specify. Compulsion without being master in English, we can't clear any test. Yes, test. So any test, what test? Is there any name of that test? Can you particularly specify? Is it commission test? It is CSS, PMS, it is IELTS, it is TOEFL, it is Australian, Canadian, English, British. What kind of tests? Be very specific. Competitive exams. There is not one competitive exam. Noman, Azad. There are so many competitive exams. You have to specify. You have to clarify. You have to consolidate. You have to tell me clearly, very clearly. Otherwise, your answer is not accepted. So, Akib Akbar, you are my student, but you did not learn the spelling of competitive. So, English language is a complicated language. Spellings, pronunciation, accent, punctuation, grammar, vocabulary, writing, reading, listening, consciousness, attention. All these things are important. Competitive exam, and you cannot write the spelling of competitive. Terrible. I want to become a businesswoman. Neelam Akbar, businesswoman, not woman. You know, now we are starting learning English language because I is singular. I agrees with woman because you are one woman. You are not the collective of so many women. Sajid Ali, why do I want to learn English? Say Sajid Ali, I, self, I. Once you recognize I, then you recognize the whole world. I don't want to contain myself in just a specific region or country. Yeah, your answer is impressive. So Amir Kakad is still one needs to learn English. Forget about one. Talk to me about you, yourself. Be self-confident. Be self-sufficient. Have self-esteem. Self-esteem. Self-reliance. I want English language. I want CSS exam. I want, these things. To be in the list of 200 CSS allocated officers. So majority of the people who are here, they are for competitive exams. English is most important. So what about you? Amara Mukhtar, English is significant for me because the stuff I have great interest in. Correct. Interest. It's necessary because they are not materials provided in other languages. Exactly. I want to learn English because it's helped me. Harun Khan, it helps me, not it's helped me. I'm just giving you examples that how you have to become very clear-headed to write English. It's helped me, no, it helps me. My friend's monk on my English, monk. What is monk? Zainab, because I want to clear CSS, Shehbaz Khan, good books. Okay guys, so I got a fair idea that most of you want to go for English language because that is for competitive exam. We are going to make this group active for some international audience as well, so that people from other countries, they also come and join us, and we promote English language as a language, because it is an instrument, it is a tool. Once you have this tool, once you have this kind of instrument, equipment in your hands, then you can do competitive exams, then you can writing, blogging, content writing, you can write articles for newspapers, you can become a freelancer at international level. Your English language that is acceptable everywhere, almost in all the 200 countries of the world. And Aqib Akbar is still not writing competitive correctly. So this needs a lot of consciousness, a lot of attention. Now, basically, English language that is based on three things. Can anybody tell me what are the three prerequisites of English language? What are the three most important things that you must have so that you can get full command on English language? What are the top three prerequisites? So, can you help me, assist me? Can you share your ideas? Reading, listening, writing, okay, but the top three prerequisites. Pronunciation, spelling, that is part of grammar. Chaudhry Muhammad. Listening, reading, writing, listening. Now, these are skills. Before that, you need some other things. You cannot start reading quickly right away. So what are the top three prerequisites? Technically, what are the top I'm just waiting for some correct grammar, comprehension, writing, no. Reading, comprehension, skills, grammar, sentences. Zainab is a little closer to the correct answer. So we have, there are three prerequisites. Number one, grammar. Number two, vocabulary. Number three, RPS. Repeat it. Repetition. Ideolingual structural method. Grammar, vocabulary, RPS. Grammar, vocabulary, RPS. Grammar, vocabulary, RPS. Because I have taught these things to some of my students, they don't remember exactly when it is examination, when I'm just going to ask them, what are the three prerequisites, and they forget. And they start listening and this and consciousness and whatever. So correct answer is grammar, vocabulary, RPS. This is everything. Grammar, vocabulary, RPS. It is professional answer. Though whatever you described, that is also correct. We need reading, we need this, that. But grammar, vocabulary, RPS. Grammar, vocabulary, RPS. Grammar, vocabulary, RPS. Yes, now Amara Malik says, what is RPS? So anybody can tell me what is RPS? Can anybody tell me what is RPS? This is now the natural sequence that we are learning. Grammar, vocabulary, RPS. What is RPS? Anybody in the class can tell me? Because it is master class, your participation is required. I don't want to speak like radio. Because you can learn English from YouTube, you can learn from movies, but you are not participating. Class means your participation. So we have from Chaudhry Sikandar, receptive and productive skills. RPS stands for receptive and productive skills. Now, receptive and productive skills, what does it mean? What are receptive skills and what are productive skills? Receptive skills, when we receive information. Productive skills, when you produce information. So, receptive, listening and reading. Productive, speaking and writing. RPS. Technically, RPS, receptive and productive skills. You know, sometimes when you want to become knowledgeable, intellectual, so you give such answers. Reading, writing, a common thing. But when you say RPS, oh, what is RPS? Receptive and productive skills. What are receptive skills? Listening and reading. What are productive skills? Speaking and writing. Yeah, impressive. That is childish, childlike things. That is kind of kids stuff. Kids stuff, reading, writing. We are here with some adults people. And that's why we want to make it more knowledgeable, more intellectual, more academic, more scholarly. Basically, it is the same thing, reading, writing. But receptive means you receive information. Productive means you produce information. When you receive information through listening and no emojis in my class, please. Shan, Sharif, sentences, words. No emojis. Otherwise, you will be blocked if you repeat. No emojis, no emoticons, no images, no smileys. Sentences, words, otherwise remain silent. Don't do anything. Now, we are coming to the next level, that grammar, vocabulary and RPS, receptive and productive skills. Now, what is grammar? Anybody can tell me quickly, technically, academically, scholarly, what is grammar? Because why, how, and then what? This is the sequence of learning. Why, how, what? Why is very easy. I want to learn English language because English language is very important. It is highly significant. I have to become I have to get full command on English language. I want to get mastery in English language. English language is very interesting. It is very important. English language is the gateway, knowledge. It is traveling, competitive exams. I want just wow. So you are emotionally attached to English language. That is why. Now how? How means grammar, vocabulary, RPS. And now, what is grammar? This becomes what. So we from why, we went to how, and now the real job starts. And that is what. So when I say what is grammar, I don't ask that grammar consists of what or that or this. I say what is grammar. Now figures of speech, that's not technically part of grammar. Neelam Akbar, you are not clear. I want clear answers. Rules, regulations, language, very commonplace. Kid, answer, kid, child. Rule, regulation, language, what is this? Rule of language. Structural constraints. What is this? Miserable answers. So Mamuna Manzoor has given me some answer. Syntax and morphology. Correct. Impressive. Two more things. Khwaja Waleed copied from somewhere. Is it copied or it is your own? So, technical. Grammar is the name of four things. Morphology, syntax, semantics, and phonology. These four things, we technically call it grammar. So, Neelam Akbar is having some ideas, but these are not systematic, not organized. So the organized answer is number 1, morphology, number 2, syntax, number 3, semantics, number 4, phonology. Because you cannot make syntax with phoneme. Pragmatics, that is part of linguistics, though it is part of grammar also, but more linguistics. It will become more technical. But now, for the time being, focus on 4 words. Please write, repeat. Ideolingual structural method, repetition. Morphology, syntax, semantics, phonology. Morphology, syntax, semantics, phonology. Morphology, syntax, semantics, phonology. This is grammar. Morphology means the structure of words, spellings of words. Words. Syntax means sentences. Semantics means meaning. Phonology means pronunciation. No problem. If it is not copy paste, it was excellent. So morphology, syntax, semantics, and pronunciation. This is one of the technical, academic, scholarly definition of grammar. So you have to grow up. What did you learn in your primary school? English is the rules of, grammar is the rules of language, this language, that language. That is not acceptable at this stage. At this stage. At this stage, your answer must be scholarly, academic, intellectual, technical, so that it makes a sense. Now, morphology means structure or spellings of words. Spellings. English language is highly complicated because English language is not a phonetic language. Not a phonetic language. Can you write this sentence? It's a very important sentence. You may know it, but repeat it. repeat, so it becomes part of your unconscious. English language is not a phonetic language. This statement means that English language, the spellings and pronunciation both are different from each other. English language is not a phonetic language means that English language has different pronunciation and spellings. Pronunciation and spellings may differ. This is called English is not a phonetic language. You write one thing, for example, you write laugh, L-A-U-G-H, and you say laugh. You don't say laugh. You write put, P-U-T, and you say put, and then you write but, B-U-T, but. Same U, but sound changes. So spellings and pronunciation do not match in English. That's why English language is not a phonetic language. That's why morphology is very important. Spellings. Etymology. Etymology means the origin of the word. For example, psychology is from psyche and logos. Psyche, logos, that is the etymology of psychology. This is part of morphology. And then we have syntax. S-Y-N-T-A-X means sentences. Just words are not enough. You have to combine words. And then it becomes sentence. But what is the meaning? It is just combining words, sentences? No. Meaningful, meaning. So that is semantics. And then pronunciation, specific focus on pronunciation, that is phonology. Specific focus on spellings, that is morphology. So morphology, syntax, semantics, and phonology. These four make English grammar. And then vocabulary, huge vocabulary. But we must have at least command on the domain vocabulary. Domain. For example, you are studying a particular subject, you must know the terminology of that domain. That is called domain vocabulary. English language has millions of words. Millions of words. You cannot remember all the words. Even English people themselves, they don't know the total number of English language. Vocabulary is the collection of words English people, people from England, people from America, United States of America, New Zealand, Australia, they don't know English completely. Vocabulary. Domain vocabulary is must. That you can't avoid. So our English language course, it will focus more on domain vocabulary. And then the next one that we have, that is RPS. Speaking, writing, reading, listening, speaking, writing, reading, listening. We have to make the loop of all these. So I hope this introductory session was useful. Now if you have any question, because it is a class, so please let me know. I told you English like mother tongue. That is our goal. Direct method. Ideolingual structural method. Repetition. Why English? How English? And then what in English? And then practice. RPS. Grammar. Vocabulary. So do you have any question? If you did not understand any part of the lecture, now you can ask. Do not ask when the class is going on. We will be starting our English language course formally from 5th of May, where we will be doing such classes on daily basis. Yes, there are phonetic languages and there are languages which are not phonetic. For example, Spanish language is phonetic. Write it. Spanish language is phonetic. Nosotros ahora hablamos en español, entonces yo lo digo, vamos a hablar, vamos a preguntar, cualquier cosa que ustedes no entiendan me pueden decir, entonces yo lo digo y lo explico una vez más. This was Spanish. Now, Spanish language is phonetic. The way I speak, the same way I write it. The same I speak, the same I write. Arabic language is phonetic. نحن نستطيع نتكلم في اللغة العربية. اللغة العربية والفصحى هي لغة المهمة، وأنتم تعيشون في البلدان العربية. ولماذا أنت تلاميذ ولا تلاميذ وهذه هي لسان للتمرين والاستخدام؟ لماذا نحن نتكلمون وتكتبون ونستمعون ومن الأشياء الآخر وأيضا so this is Arabic. The way I speak, the same way I write. So Arabic is also phonetic. Persian language is also phonetic. Farsi, Persian is also phonetic. چطور هستی؟ خوب هستی؟ امروز من همراه شما درباره انگلیسی حرف میزنم، ولی شما میتوانید که انگلیسی را میخوانه و یک چیز اگر میفهمی، اگر کدام چیز شما نمیفهمی میتوانید که از من میپرسی. من اینجا هستم، من اینجا نشسته هستم، اگر شما میخواهی از من میپرسی و من شما را میگویم. So the way I speak, the same I write. For example, Pashto, it is also a phonetic language. زه نن ستاسو سره خبرې کوم او زه غواړم چې ستاسو په مزغو کې کومې پوښتنې دي هغه تاسو معنا کولی شئ او زه به تاسو له د هغې ځوابونه درکوم. په دې لړ کې په چاپېریال کې چې څومره ستونزې دي، د هرې ستونزې لپاره چې موږ پرمختګ وکړو، چې موږ د هغې لپاره وده وکړو، او که دې لړ کې کومې ستونزې چې دي په هغې کې ته څه کولی شې، زه څه کولی شم، راځئ چې یو ځای کښېنو او د هغې دپاره ډېر څه کارونه وکړو. So this is Pashto. And I can read and I can, the way I speak, the way I write. Urdu is also phonetic language. आज हमने अंग्रेज़ी ज़बान के बारे में बात की. अंग्रेज़ी ज़बान जो है बहुत अहम ज़बान है. अगर आप लोगों को कोई चीज़ की समझ नहीं आती तो मैं आप मुझसे पूछ सकते हैं और मैं आपको बता सकता हूँ. So the sounds that you were listening, the same sounds you can also write. Portuguese is also a phonetic language. Portuguese. Então falamos português, entendemos, então você que me diz? Eu entendo que você não entende nem uma palavra, então vamos falar em português. Portuguese I speak fluently, that is also a phonetic language. English is not phonetic. French is not phonetic. Parlons français un peu, merci beaucoup, très bien. Now, the way I speak French, it is not going to write. So I hope you got the message. So if I did not see any questions, so please repeat it. Language learning is a skill Language learning makes your brain smart, because language learning is not easy. I learned 9, 10 languages, and I want to learn 20 and 50, but it takes time. It is so complicated. It needs a lot of practice. This is descriptive linguistics. Descriptive. English is as it is. You have to describe it. For example, you write plough, P-L-O-U-G-H. Why G-H? Why he does not go, I do not go. Why he does not, I do not. Why? No answer. This is descriptive grammar. It is as it is. Because language is a skill. You cannot ask a carpenter that why you are cutting the wood like that. It is a skill. You have to do as it is. Language is not knowledge. Fake accent. What matters, that is pronunciation. In pronunciation, you cannot make mistakes. Accents, there are so many accents. British English accent, American accent, New Zealand, Indian accent even, Australian English. So there are so many accents. So technically we have, and that is called RP. RP. RP means receipt pronunciation. Receipt pronunciation. Acceptable pronunciation, standard pronunciation like BBC or CNN, the way BBC speaks or CNN speaks, that is called RP. RP means receipt pronunciation, acceptable pronunciation. For example, I speak so many languages, so it is not possible for me to maintain the exact accent or pronunciation of English language. I do have impact of my mother tongue, of other languages, because my mind, that is a complex mind, so many things are combined. So English like my mother tongue. Receipt, R-E-C-E-I-V-E-D, receipt, or receipt. When you receive it, you can receive it. So no fake. Do naturally the way you can. But as it is the language of English people, you have to speak and write like English people. That is the standard. And if you cannot do like English people or Americans or Australians, so at least it should be closer to that. There is no artificiality, because this is the demand and right of language, that it should be closer to the native speakers, because this is their language. It is not your language. So all the best, guys. This was a demo class, and we will continue, because it's not possible in one day. It needs professional guidance, training, so that continuously on daily basis we receive these signals. We receive these signals for 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, 1 year, and then we have some idea how to get mastery on English language. One class, it is not possible. You have to be part of a professional program, so on daily basis you receive these things continuously, repeatedly, and then you make sense of things. Vocabulary, that is important, but as I said, domain vocabulary. Domain. For example, today my class was English language. I must know grammar, syntax, semantics. I must know morphology. I must know phonetics. I must know RP, receipt pronunciation. I must know RPS, receptive and productive skills. This is the domain vocabulary. If I don't know these words, what I'll be speaking? I am totally lost. So that's why we have to get command on the domain. We cannot learn the whole vocabulary. And the next thing, which is very important, that is use your vocabulary. Use, write, speak, write, speak. Only reading is not enough. Only listening is not enough. After this class, if you are safe student, go to safe 2 and deliver a great lecture on how to learn English language. If you are not safe student, go to your timeline and deliver a speech like myself. Go there, sit, turn on the live button and start speaking. People listen to you or not, people respond or not, it doesn't matter. Make opportunities for your own practice. So all the best, guys. See you some other time.